Good morning. Let me introduce myself once again. My name is Kirk Wilson. I'm the fire chief for the Rockton Fire Protection District, and I'd like to give you a brief report on fire suppression operations this morning. But before I do so, I would like to reiterate and remind the public that the evacuation order up to 1 mile is still in effect. I know there have been some conflicting reports that the order has been lifted. That is not true. At this point in time, it remains in effect, and unfortunately, Dr. Martell from the Winnebago County Health Department is not present this morning. I do want to remind the public and our community to please be patient, be vigilant. We are doing everything we can to get you back into your homes. At this point, as we speak, the good doctor from Winnebago County is reviewing data from the EPA regarding air quality, and unfortunately during this press conference I cannot give the okay to lift the order of evacuation, so it will remain in effect to this point. In regards to fire operations and fire suppression at the Chemtool manufacturing facility, they're still underway. It's ongoing, and as I mentioned yesterday, this is going to be a long process of getting deep inside of this building that has been destroyed by fire, moving materials around so the firefighting crews can do proper extinguishment and proper containment. Again, I need to remind all of our stakeholders and our businesses to please be patient with us as this is an ongoing effort. Again, we have several agencies from not only our local government but state and federal government as well that are on scene, and we're working very diligently in a collaborated effort to mitigate this incident. So again, right now the fire suppression is continuing. You're still going to see smoke that's going to be emitting into the air. During the nighttime hours, as I stated yesterday, you may see flare-ups as building materials and things of that nature are moved. So please don't be alarmed. The fire is contained. The hazardous materials are contained at this point. We took extreme precautions yesterday and protecting our waterways, and the EPA laid out booms in the river just in case there was some kind of release. But at this point in time, I'm happy to report that there has not been any release of any toxins into our waterways and into our water system within the village of Rockton. So that's all I have for you at this time. Again, I just need to remind the public just to please be vigilant and abide by the evacuation order. We hope to have some information for you very soon. We will let you know probably by noon that we will probably have another press conference, and again we'll have more information as it's available to us. Yes.
Obviously, huge improvement though. I mean, we're
yes.
Here the last couple of days, and I know it's hard for you to look back and look forward because you're so busy right now. But to this time, 48 hours, it's seeing much less smoke. Everything, like you said, contained. Not seeing that hazardous material in the river. I mean, what does that feel like right now?
On a personal level, I'm extremely humbled. I'm happy, and we've had so much cooperation, not only from our local authorities, but from federal and from the state. Our MABUS system has been phenomenal. We've got fire departments from all over the area and from the Chicagoland area. So you'll see odd, named fire departments in our community, but they're here to help us and to give us support, and that's what it's all about.
Chief, with the evacuation still in place, is there also that mask recommendation for around the 3-mile radius?
Yes. So nothing in regards to public health has changed. So all the statements that was given by Dr. Martell yesterday still remain in effect.
So I live about 2 miles from Chemtool, and I have some family members who are experiencing some respiratory respiratory issues, would you advise that those family members evacuate then if they're starting to?
Absolutely. If anyone's having any kind of respiratory problems or anything of that nature and they feel that it may be as a result, then they need to contact a physician or basically go to the hospital to be evaluated.
Do we know enough about how those issues right now are going to affect these people in the long term?
No, I don't have that information.
Barricades are down on Black Hawk, at least, that I've seen. Why were they taken down if the order remains in place?
Just to allow through traffic. So people aren't stopping. We're advising people as long as you're driving through traffic that they're able to do that. We just don't want people in their homes right now and running air conditioners and things of that nature.
I have a question about the fire. We got word that the sprinkler system never went off when the fire sparked. Is that true?
I can't speculate on that until our investigation's complete.
And was there a repair going on inside the building?
Again, I have no information on what was going on at the time of the fire.
Do you have a timeline for when we might get some answers?
I wish I had a timeline for myself. So I don't have that information, unfortunately, but like I said, as soon as we get information, I will be happy to relay that information to the public and to the media.
So with OSD happening tomorrow then, are we postponing it? Are we continuing with the plans?
At this time, we're going to continue. We're hoping that conditions will change dramatically throughout the day. But like I said, this is going to be an ongoing process, and we just have to continue to monitor. But for right now, we're going to continue with Old Settlers Days.
For when we talked to you 24 hours ago, do you feel like you're ahead of progress from what you thought from yesterday on kind of the timeline that you thought, or where do you?
Yeah, I think for the most part that we talked about this product burning off for about 7 days. We reduced that dramatically, especially with the outside industrial firefighting crew that came in to support us. So we're hoping soon, and like I said, I can't speculate on a time, but we're hoping soon that we're going to have this mitigated.
I assume the mandatory evacuation has to be lifted for OSD to begin Thursday night?
Yes.
Okay.
How many crews are still on the scene working this fire? Is it still a rotating basis every?
Yeah, we're still working through our MABUS division here in Illinois, and like I said, we're working off an incident action plan. There's still operational periods that we're bringing in outside departments all the way through tomorrow.
How will debris cleanup be handled, and where will the remains go?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
How will debris cleanup be handled, and where will that be?
So that information can be obtained by going to the Winnebago County Health Department's website. I believe Dr. Martell did mention that yesterday. So basically go to the County Health Department's website and some direction will be given there.
Is the industrial fire crew still there?
Yes. Yes.
Last night we asked about the EPA referring Chemtool to the Attorney General about pollutants being released in the air, and there wasn't an answer last night. Is there anything new that you can tell us about all those pollutants being released?
I can't speculate on anything that the EPA is doing with Chemtool right now.
And there's no EPA official here that can speak on that?
No. There's an EPA official here, but he can't speak on that, no.
On a personal note, I mean, would you advise people to go to Old Settlers Day tomorrow night? I don't know, your thoughts. You're on the ground level, right in front of there. You might have a better idea.
I don't want to give that. I don't want to give an answer to that right now. Please give us time. Give us some time. Like I said, throughout the start of this incident, we need time to mitigate this. This is a 230,000 square feet building that's still smoldering. So again, let us do what we need to do to get things situated and to get this whole situation taken care of.
Is there going to be a mass requirement or recommendation for Old Settlers Days because it's within that 3-mile radius of the plant?
Again, I can't speculate on that. So if we lift the evacuation order, then and I'm not going to speak to what Dr. Martell has to say, and I don't want to speak for the county health department, but I would assume if we're lifting the evacuation order, the mask mandate will be lifted as well.
We learned yesterday that Martell was kind of monitoring air quality for VOCs, and there came up, low levels of hydrogen cyanide. Is there any update on kind of where the air quality stands right now?
So like I mentioned earlier, that those numbers are being reviewed, not only by Dr. Martell, but also IEMA, and we'll get that report to you back as soon as we get it.
I have a question about the foam. We asked last night about what type of foam is being sprayed onto the fire. The reason why I asked is because we got word that there might be PFAS in
The foam that is actually being used right now is non-fluorinated, so it's a safe foam. We asked them to not use fluorinated foam, but again, as the EPA mentioned yesterday, that the material safety data sheets have not been given to us yet, but they're ensuring us that the foam that's being used is non-fluorinated. And please understand too that we have large vacuuming trucks that are actually vacuuming any of the runoff and removing those to a hazardous material site.
Another question I have is about 25 days ago, OSHA actually visited the plant for complaints, and that was the only one in the past decade. Do you know if that complaint was related in any way to this fire?
I don't know anything about an OSHA complaint. I can't speculate on that.
Has the cleanup of the ash and cinder in the city from the original fire Monday gone well? Has that been cleaned up as far as on city property?
Andy, I can't answer that because I don't know and I know there's debris in yards and swimming pools and things of that nature, and basically all we can do is refer them to the county health department's website. They have recommendations on how to remove that debris. No other questions?
Mentioned that there may be another briefing at noon. Do you know where that will be? Is it here?
I think we'll have another press conference at noon, and yes, we'll be right at the South Beloit High School. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.